All right, so we got this big box, or kind of big box, small box, medium box. It's a box that it's something that came back in September of last year, and I never got to do a video on it, and I'm just now getting around to it because of reasons. So stick around because this is going to be a really fun build guide. But before that, we're going to get into the merchandise. You can pick a shirt or a hoodie or whatever you want up on the store. It is teespring.com/apparel/ or stores or whatever / electric apparel. Links, I always forget the link. It's right there on the screen. It's down in the description. Pick something up if you want. We got a bunch of cool stuff. I'm going to get some other stuff made in the future, eventually. But anything that you get helps support the channel, and it'd be greatly appreciated. So thank you. So this thing came to me back in September, like I said, and this is from Junk Food Customs. They sent this over for me to do a review on. I'm going to do more than that since I got this back in September and I've been delaying this so long. I do apologize, Travis. There was some stuff that came up, but I'm now getting to it, and I think just to make things right, it's going to be a full build guide, and we're going to walk through all the parts that we're going to get. So the parts, they're all in here. It's going to be a Brook Universal Fight Board that goes into this thing. There's going to be the new Crown SDB 202 24mm buttons, as well as one 30mm button, because this is a hitbox layout, and we're going to be wiring it all up with the start, select, touchpad, and all that stuff. So we're just going to get right into it. I don't want to waste too much time, and let's get to building this. And then I'm going to talk about the the hitbox case, the snack box, as well as the 24mm buttons. this thing is pretty damn good. So when I was building this, there was a couple of things I would just let's get some of the negatives, I guess, out of the way. The first thing was that the panel that holds the 4 buttons and lets you mount the new trick. That new trick port wasn't fully drilled out, so I had to go and take a Dremel just to kind of widen the hole just a tad, and that thing fit there perfectly. The 4 buttons, I don't know if he provides this normally, but for this one, he gave us these tactile buttons that just feel that are clicky, and the quick disconnects didn't want to plug into them. I don't know what the deal is, but I have bad luck with those every time I use them in videos. So I took those out and I replaced them with 4 white Sanwas that I had laying around from the mix or the hitbox that I modded back. When was that? Last month. I did do a mod for the hitbox, and that one I took the Sanwa buttons that were off there and I put them in here. So those are really the only 2 like negative points that I have. Other than that, this thing is a beast. This thing has so much room for you to mount your hardware. A lot of other sticks, it is a pain in the ass to try and find where to put the Brook UFB if you're doing a board, like a Brook board in it. Like the Android 21 stick that's back there. It's back there. The problem with that was trying to find where to actually put the boards, let alone 2, because there's a retro board in there. This one, I feel you could fit a retro board and a UFB no problem, and you'd be able to find wherever you want to put mounting hardware for. Even when all the wires and stuff are still under there, you saw when I put it together, there was a bunch of wires just kind of laying in there. It still has so much room to put more stuff in there. So you can do some wire management, but you know, so far so good. The Plexi was a nice addition. It really just up to you if you want to do artwork. I didn't do artwork on this one personally, just because I didn't really have time to. Usually I would do something like that, but I kind of wanted to show off the green that I got on this thing. It's like a green screen kind of green, so you could probably just like put some crap over it and green screen some stuff over it. I went with yellow, white, and green crown buttons just because I wanted something that was going to be fit in relatively alright with the build, and I didn't want to go too extreme with metallics and all that crap, mainly because I don't think they do metallics in 24mm yet. And this thing it's heavy, it's nice. 6 pounds is a good weight for an arcade stick like this. It's got some rugged PCB or rugged mounting feet on the back, so this thing ain't going nowhere if you put it on a table. You can get aftermarket stuff. Just because of how cheap the case is, it's at 79 bucks. I'm not going to rag on it for not having non-slip material on the back, just because it is so cheap for you to be able to get that on your own. I usually do that for retail products that are around $200 because at that point it should be a feature. I kind of wish that there was a couple of extra 24mm buttons, just because having the PS home button, options, select, and the touchpad means that I'm missing out on my L3 and R3 buttons. I'm sure that you could probably, if you really wanted to, drill a couple more holes maybe somewhere on the sides. You might be able to get away with that, but there isn't really any place for you to put those, at least from where I can see. So that's kind of one thing that would be nice if we had a maybe on the front here, because there's another plastic panel right there. You could probably drill out a couple of holes and mount it there. But in the gameplay, works fine. The UFB is great. The crown buttons are amazing. I do like the crown buttons. The one thing with the UFB, this is an old UFB that I had with an old harness, so when I was plugging everything in, the colors were all different, the 20-pin harness, and I was having trouble with the hitbox cable that I have from Arcade Shock. I was trying to figure out how to configure it. I thought you had to do like the Obsidian, where you have to move some wires around on the first harness. So I completely scrapped that, went with another one that was one of the newer harnesses that's much better, and everything hooked up. I don't know what it is, but sometimes with crown buttons, especially with the older harnesses, they don't plug in all the way. and these things don't want to activate properly. So sometimes buttons won't get the proper signal. They won't bridge the ground and the hot, and you won't get a proper signal. This one shouldn't. I tested it a bunch. I made sure all the wires were plugged in properly, so that should be pretty good to go. So not much of an issue there afterwards. I do like how easy it was to take apart. This thing is very mod friendly. It is very put together DIY friendly. So this top panel will just come right off. It has these drills. I think what he says was there is an X-shaped button for each buttonhole, or X-shape for each buttonhole. Each angle has a different mounting depth, and it's for mounting buttons without using the plexi. And then X is for mounting the buttons with the plexi. So he does some good work. I've seen a lot of his stuff. He does some really amazing stuff with wood. If you want to check out, well, overall, good stick, good price. The snack boxes, I think they come in more than just the hitbox layout, but for $79, this case is worth it. It's not just in green. They have red, yellow, blue. I think they have a bunch of different colors and stuff for this thing. But he does some amazing stuff with wood. He has some cool looking wood top arcade sticks that look like this. So I would definitely look into his shop and see if there's a full build that you want, or if you just want to get one of his cool cases. But with that all out of the way, I actually told you all to stick around till the end of the video, and that's because if you wanted to get your hands on your own snack box and you don't want to have to go to Junk Food's website, I mean, you should if you really want nice cases like this. This is a great case. I'm going to be giving this one away. So I said that there'd be another giveaway. I've been hinting at it on Twitch when I'm streaming. But this one right here is going to be given away at starting today. It should be Monday when this video goes up. But it will be given, the giveaway will start today, and it'll go until March 1st. So from now until then, you'll be able to go down to the description. You'll be able to go onto the Gleam.io link, and you'll be able to enter in to win this hitbox. If you want a really nice custom stick, then with good buttons, a Brook UFB, meaning it'll work on pretty much any console that isn't retro, you can get your hands on this one. This one, yeah, I'll ship it pretty much anywhere, and yeah. I don't know where to go with this, but yeah, I'll be giving this thing away. And good luck to the person who wins it. The person who won the golden lever, they still have about another day to contact me before I go and pick another guy. But yeah, this one will be given away, and hopefully I'll be able to do some more giveaways, arcade stick related, in the future. So go ahead down in the description and click on that link. With that being said, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. You can like it if you did, dislike it if, you know, whatever. You can subscribe, hit the bell notification, get notified whenever I upload videos like this. I've been doing a lot more videos recently. There's the Twitter, there's Twitch. You can follow us on there, watch us stream. There's a Patreon, there's a merch store. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can do to support the channel. And most of all, just watching it is good enough. But with that being said, I'm Dan, this is HurtboxTV, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace.